At the moment, speaking from Earth, there is a variety of schools that are recognized and they work quite differently, but they all do good work. So there is a flavor of the work from different angles.
There are some recognized schools on Earth website. We have some standards on Earth to choose or to recognize schools because since the beginning of Earth, especially Amsterdam, started to put some very good standards, ethical and practical standards for our work. If the school is recognized by Earth, it means something.
A good school, I think, is a school that delivers people who are able to do the work, and the school is able to be revised, checked, supervised, open doors, let colleagues come in, but also you have to see what does your own state, what does your own country want. If the state wants you to educate your people with a certain basic knowledge, you have to offer that, you have to provide that. And the teachers are permanently evaluated. That is a serious point for a good school. How open are you to critics? What do you do with it?
My school is now placed in Estonia. So I founded it in 1998. So the school is 16 years old now. We have 4 years long training program, and our students, they get official certificate as a holistic regression therapist from Estonian state. There are differences how we understand a memory and how we work with consciousness. Many regression therapists work with past lives or previous lives. In our school, we call them past lives because if to understand what the memory is, then as persons here on the earth, in this present life, we don't have approach to our personal previous lifetimes, but we can connect other lifetimes or information about all lifetimes, what all human beings have had from the very beginning, from the dawn of the humanity. But I never really can say or prove it, is this my personal life or not.
Regression training, therapy training, is a long journey. In our school is like that. The person has to have some abilities and has to have some knowledge, and I'm careful about choosing my student. And if the person experiences the session before the training, it's very good for them, and of course it's good for me also, because I can see that that person is suitable for this training, because it's a whole training is a very, also sometimes is a, how can I say, it's not an easy training period in my school, actually, because I do very deep work.
So I'm a trainer of regression therapy, and I have been now for over 12 years. Prior to that, I used to be a management trainer, and one of the things I used to specialise in was training quite complex subjects, enabling people to pick up knowledge quite quickly. And with being a psychologist also, this has always been an interest of mine. So when I started to do regression therapy, I designed a course that was structured in a way to enable people to pick up skills quite quickly in a progressive way. And it's accelerated the learning that people have. And this is probably one of the major features of the type of training that I do in the Past Life Regression Academy, which is a school that I teach.
Our school is not only focused on regression, but we do also quite a lot of energy work, cooperation with the other colleagues I met in Earth School. So Earth is kind of bringing the professionals together. The main part is the regression, but we have also so many other qualifications and experiences and knowledges next to it. So our school is aimed to give choices to the students. Then they built a basement. With the other techniques, they are building up the building much higher, but also they put some color in it with the other techniques. So shamanic work was a color for me besides regression. We want to give really good knowledge to our students because in my country or other countries also we see many people naming themselves regression therapists. But I think there has to be really grounded training behind. It's really necessary.
I think the Tasso School, Tasso International and Tasso Holland. Tasso International is the traveling program. We are the traveling teachers and we have a solid base in Holland. Is characterized by the fact that we pay a lot of attention to the process, the personal process of our students. It's not only that you learn a skill, it's not only that you learn how to structurize a solid session, how to create the symphony of a session. You're touched by a session. A client tells you something and the therapist is totally in emotion or even in the trance of the problem of the client. So we have to do our own work. I think the Tasso School is known for a quite solid process for the students. And we're also known for quite down-to-earth approach. Times change, people change. Schools should also change. There is epigenetics now, and Tasso works with it. We work with the regeneration of the tissue, the organs. We work with body memory, and we work with structured, solid, I would almost use the word paradigm, which can be checked by the supervisors. What is a good session? There are requirements to a session. And sometimes everything goes different, and yet the client heals. Sometimes a body just needs to tell the story without words. So we also teach them to be able to view the pain of the client. They came with pain, so they have pain, and you must be able to see it, to handle it, and not to go into healing right away. And that's quite a challenge.